Today I filed a motion to vacate after Speaker Johnson has betrayed our conference and broken our rules. This is a betrayal of the American people. This is a betrayal of Republican voters.
This week, Speaker Johnson, who has barely been a speaker for 6 months, led us to a complete catastrophe. He passed a giant omnibus bill, the second part of it, this week on Friday, after breaking the 72-hour rule, only giving Republicans a day to read 1,012 pages, and not allowing us to pass amendments to make any changes to this bill, which Chuck Schumer had stuff full of Democrat wish lists and kept the Biden catastrophe border policies going.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and introducing Marge the Trainwreck Greene, here to dazzle with her illusions of truth, but alas, her tricks unravel before our very eyes.
I filed the motion to vacate today, but it's more of a warning and a pink slip. I respect our conference. I paid all my dues to my conference. I'm a member in good standing, and I do not wish to inflict pain on our conference and to throw the house in chaos. But this is basically a warning, and it's time for us to go through the process, take our time, and find a new Speaker of the House that will stand with Republicans and our Republican majority instead of standing with the Democrats.
She's been on a mission to paint Speaker Mike Johnson as a villain, but let's be real, Marge just wants her slice of the spotlight.
If it's a warning, does that mean that you're actually not going to go through and force this vote?
No, I will.
There's nothing that could convince you to back off.
There's not a time limit on this. It doesn't have to be forced and throw the House into chaos. I don't want to put any of our members in a difficult place like we were for 3.5 weeks. We're going to continue our committee work. We're going to continue our investigations. There's a lot of good investigations going that have to be able to proceed, and the American people deserve that. But I'm not saying that it won't happen in 2 weeks or it won't happen in a month or who knows when. But I am saying the clock has started. It's time for our conference to choose a new speaker.
Marge soaked up her 15 minutes of fame with Maria Bartiromo on Fox, spinning tales taller than a skyscraper.
We are barely hanging on to our republic, a nation in debt with over $34 trillion in debt. And we cannot have a Republican Speaker of the House that is willing to do the bidding of Chuck Schumer, handing over the gavel to him and letting him pass the Schumer House bill on the floor and not allowing any of us Republicans to do our jobs.
Word on the street is Marge isn't too happy with Johnson. Seems he's not doling out those backroom meetings like her old buddy Kevin McCarthy used to do. So it seems Marge's antics have even gotten some of her Republican colleagues shaking their heads. Just recently, Representative Greg Murphy aired his frustrations on Rob Schmitt tonight, calling out the chaos in the House.
Tell us your logic here. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene wrong?
Well, you know, this is just very frustrating in a lot of regards. The bill is very frustrating. You know, but if you step back and look, we are in divided government, and we have some individuals that just don't seem to get it. You know, I have a great relationship with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her office is right next to mine. But, you know, we can't get 100% of what we want. And we've had some individuals that literally want to take their ball and go home because they don't get 100% of what they want. We had one fella in conference day before yesterday said, I haven't read the bill, but I know I'm against it already.
Now, Murphy's got a point. We're in divided government, and compromise is the name of the game. But Marge, well, she's more interested in stirring the pot than finding common ground. And what's her latest stunt? Filing a motion to vacate the chair over a spending bill. Classic Marge, always causing a ruckus. But here's the kicker. While she's busy making a stink, she's also scheming to fill her own pockets. Marge's grandstanding isn't about principles, it's about padding her fundraising coffers.
This was an asinine thing pushed forth by Matt Gaetz because he had a rift with McCarthy. And then he did also, just sadly enough, what I just got a text not 30 minutes ago from Marjorie saying, I'm wanting to raise money on this. Matt Gaetz raised money the whole week or the whole time he was creating chaos. This is not what it's supposed to be. This is not what adults in the room do.
How arrogant do you have to be to rile folks up with lies and exaggerations, all to squeeze a few extra bucks out of them? It's a shady move, plain and simple. Marge gets people all worked up, making them think she's the champion they need, but in reality, she's just cashing in on their anger with no real plan to follow through. It's a con job, pure and simple, and Marge is the master of the hustle. Now she's ranting about Mike Gallagher's departure like it's some grand conspiracy. But hey, when Marge starts flapping her gums, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. Looks like she's just stirring the pot to keep her name in the headlines, always cooking up drama where there isn't any. As we are exposed to political theater on a daily basis, it's crucial to pause and question the motives behind the performances that we witness. Marge, the Trainwreck Greene, may entertain the undereducated with her antics, but beneath the spectacle lies a sobering truth. She's playing victim and the hero at the same time while pushing outrage and division. As we watch Marge the Trainwreck Greene stirring up drama with her conspiracy theories, it's clear our democracy is on the line. Her antics might grab attention, but they hide the real issues. As we head into this important election cycle, we've got to pick between what's true and what's not, between what's moving forward and going backwards, between doing right and doing wrong. The future of democracy is in our hands, so let's make sure honesty and truth win out over lies and manipulation, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.